Greetings and happy summer, y'all, from the USA Poultry and Egg Export Council. It's been a while since I've come to you this way, but there's been a lot going on, so I wanted to offer a brief update on our activities and some of the issues of interest to all of us here at USAPEQ, and especially to our industry members. I did see and talk with many of you recently at our annual meetings which took place in Sonoma County, California. For those of you that were there, and there were a lot of you, we had 326 registered attendees. Thank you for coming. I hope you're glad you did, because we sure were glad you joined us. It was our 35th annual meeting, and by all accounts, it was one of our best, if not one of the best ever. The wine country setting, the spectacular scenery, and the many attractions in the area offered a perfect backdrop for a program that featured some of the most dynamic and intriguing speakers we have ever had. Presentations on both AIs, that's avian influenza and artificial intelligence, were informative and intriguing. Even some of what we heard was a little bit scary. But the educational aspect is a big component of what our annual meeting is all about, and I believe we succeeded in that area. We also had great success with our International Marketing Showcase, and to judge by the traffic through the doors, this event is growing in popularity. It gives our members a chance to sit down and talk at length with the USAPEQ International staff, giving them a one-on-one opportunity to learn about the markets around the globe. I hope you were able to enjoy us for this event, but if not, know that we're going to have it back next year. And speaking of next year, one of the biggest announcements that I've got to make today is that our 2025 USAPEQ annual meeting will be held in Montreal, Canada. Start practicing your French, because it should be a fun-filled event with a lot of educational content and great activities. The last but not least thing I need to say about this year's annual meeting is how grateful we are for the support of our sponsors. This time, 51 of our members stepped up to the plate to sponsor the event, and the commitments totaled over $180,000. I understand that that is a record, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember that those sponsorship dollars are key to making the best possible meeting that we can give you, so thanks again. A reminder too that our next all-member event will be held in Washington, D.C. at the Fairmont Hotel, where we will conduct our winter meeting. It might seem a long way off until then, especially since it's 1 billion degrees outside where most of us live, but it will come, and we hope you will come too. As always, the meetings provide a chance for our staff to talk with our members, something that we really cherish and value. The more we know what you face and what your needs are, the better we can serve you, and that, of course, is our mission. One person that I hope you were able to meet at our meetings in California is Wahid Kudus. Wahid just joined the USAPEQ staff and is working alongside Garrett Borkus on the Trade and Technical Services team. Wahid has experience on the trading side of the industry, and some of you are probably already familiar with him. So we look forward to having Wahid working with us. Another person that you know and know well is Thomas Isef. Thomas has been around quite a while here as an active member of USAPEQ, serving on the board of directors, then on the executive committee, and then as vice chair to John Pachowski last year. And now Thomas is our chairman. Thomas has great enthusiasm, a strong work ethic, and a belief in the benefits that this organization can provide to its members. We welcome him, plan to support him, and look forward to working with him as we take USAPEQ to even greater heights in the coming year. During the meetings, we also discussed at length the many issues that our industry is facing, and one of those main issues is, of course, high-path avian influenza. It remains our number one concern. We have done our level best to minimize the negative impact of detections in our country, and that has had a very positive effect on trade. The sanctions on imports of our products going to our international customers are far less than what they would have been without these regional trade agreements that we have in place. I want to especially thank the USAPEQ staff, both Atlanta and international, as well as U.S. Department of Agriculture officials, for working closely on these trade agreements and to further them throughout the world. I am pleased too to cite the efforts undertaken by our own staff led by Dr. John Clifford and Garrett Borkus to reopen the important market of Colombia this past year, which has been closed for political reasons. This was a big win for our industry. However, there seems to be no end to the HPAI crisis. We still must confront some very thorny questions. One of the main ones is, what do we do regarding vaccines? Whatever the outcome of those discussions, I want to ensure you that USAPEC is on the side of exports, and we want to make sure that our export markets are protected before any discussions of vaccine are moved forward. We're only halfway through the year, but I did want to share with you some of the current export figures that we have. Please keep in mind that the projections I offer for the full year are subject to change due to the HPAI issues that I've mentioned and the high level of uncertainty in current global economic conditions that we have out there. With that being said, though, U.S. broiler exports in 2024 are projected to be around 3.3 million metric tons, valued at about $4.5 billion. That would be down 9% in volume and about 6% in value from 2023. On a positive note, turkey exports in 2024 are predicted to be around 255,000 metric tons, valued at $690 million. That's up 15% in volume and 10% in value from last year. For duck export volume in 2023 reached almost 5,000 metric tons, up 33% from 2022, while export value was at $18.3 million, and that's up 15.3% from the 2022 level. However, they are both down at the start of 2024, and we hope that they will be able to rebound and continue the upward progress from last year. For eggs, that's table eggs and egg products and shell egg equivalent, exports this year are projected to be around 200 million dozen, valued at $270 million. That would be an 11% increase in volume, but down 9% in value from the previous year. So it's definitely a mixed bag, and HPAI is obviously taking a toll, with China an especially significant obstacle to our trade. Again, we will keep working as we can to limit the impact of the HPAI virus on our exports while we continue to grow markets throughout the world. There are endless opportunities, and we intend to act to take advantage of them wherever and whenever they present themselves. Thank you for placing your confidence in USAPEC and our team. Remember, we're here to serve you, and please let us know if there's anything we can do to help you further exports around the globe. Have a great day.